Hey everybody, welcome. It is another edition of Thursday Night Live 23. Let's see here. Air Jordan's number wasn't that 23?
I'm not too sure.
I think it was. Michael Jordan. Anyway. So anyway, we're getting going here. We're going to see who wants to join. And I think the topic we're going to start off with tonight is, over the years, what type of media we use, or what type of apps or programs that you want to call we used to use to stream music. Now, for me, way back in the early 2000s, it's like around 2002, 2003, first internet capable computer I had was a basic Hewlett Packard I bought from Walmart. It was one of those, everything you needs in the box type deal. Came with the monitor, tower, keyboard, mouse. And that came with Windows ME. So yeah, that's how long ago. And
that's not that long ago.
Huh?
That sounds not that long ago to me.
Well, anyway, back at that time, music streaming, was still kind of getting its footing, I feel. And the music player that Hewlett Packard offered was called Music Match. You had the option of Windows Media Player or Music Match, and I used that. And with Music Match, you had the ability to stream online radio stations. And I remember when I'd come home from work, and anytime I'd sit down on a computer, like, God, I'd come home. There's a game that I used to play called Forcadia, and I'd load up Music Match. I'd start the online radio, and you start, and there was like a chat room you ran so that you could request music. And I got to know a couple DJs because of that, because I did that for like 2 or 3 years.
I played Music Match, heck, whenever I first started on the internet, that's what I had.
You had the same thing too?
Yeah, I had a Packard Bell. No, my first internet computer was actually, I built it myself. It was a Pentium 1. And I had the Music Match on it. Of course, I had the option to use the Windows software, but it didn't really stream. Yeah,
it could, but it didn't have to do it. I learned later you could, if you knew the address, you could do it.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. It wasn't set up like Music Match was. I remember that.
I mean, before that, I was just used to just popping my music in and listening to it,
Yeah.
Of course, that was pre CD for me too.
Yeah, CD media wasn't quite as big as it was when I got online. Because by the time I got my first computer, I had quite the library of CDs. But it's like anything else. You listen to them in the car. You don't want to listen to them and that was partially what I used to kind of first explore other types of music.
Yeah.
That's how I learned. That's how I got to pretty much listen to anything and everything.
I mean, I'll be honest. My SUV, It's got a CD player in it, of course. And I popped the CD in within the first week I've owned it, and the same CD's been in there. Every now and then I'll pop it out just to make sure it'll still eject. It's just if I want to listen to certain songs, it's there. But normally, to be honest with you, I'm listening to a radio.
What's up, Hootie Hoo? What's up, Matt?
Hey guys.
But yeah, and I remember I went from listening to that pretty hardcore to when I got my first phone, or when I got my first phone that you could stream music on. It was an LG. It was still a flip phone. It was Verizon Tunes or whatever. It wasn't Verizon. That was Altel. It was a service that Altel offered that you could stream music through your phone. And this was like back in I don't know, maybe 2004, 2005. No, it might have been 2006. My first real smartphone, my first smartphone was my old Motorola Q, which I still have it. It's sitting in the drawer. If I get a battery for it, it'll power up. But I really wasn't using. I better get phone insurance. God, that thing. Dude, there's not even a network for that old Motorola anymore. It was Windows Mobile, man. That network.
Yeah.
That network doesn't exist anymore because it used the Altel towers, which Verizon took over, which was original EVDO, wasn't even revision A, which I don't even think the old EVDO standard is still there. But to a Night Ninja. Shut up, Matt. Assuring will hook you up. I'm sure they will. You throw enough money at them, they'll fucking. But anyway, it really wasn't, because the whole app ecosystem for Windows Mobile was kind of weird. There was an application marketplace, but it was really Spartan. Into a scooter chaser. How did I turn Mike into a scooter chaser? Come on.
A scooter chaser? No, thank you.
But anyway, as far as my first actual smartphone that I actually had apps that you could stream music with was my BlackBerry. And that introduced me to Slacker Radio, which was something Verizon was pushing really hard at the time. And
see, till today, I still carry my own music on my devices.
Oh, I still got. Oh, I had. Well, the BlackBerry, I didn't carry any music on it because I didn't. Or what was it? I forget what it was, because at the time I had a Zune. I had Zune, and my music was on that.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I still had that thing. But I ended up basically enjoying streaming so much that bring back LimeWire.
Hello, Matt.
No, LimeWire, no. BearShare, no.
I use FrostWire.
So then I went. As I went from Slacker Radio, and in that period with Slacker, I got really into like the comedy station. I would just listen to stand-up comedy as I would drive, and I got really into that. I found a lot of new, interesting comedians doing that, and then when I switched from the BlackBerry to my first Android phone. That's when I had Slacker and I had what was it?
I'm a slacker.
No, man, I think I just kept Slacker. No, I ran Slacker for like 2 or 3 phones, and I want to say that. Trying to think. I can't. I like listening to YouTube videos when I ride. I've not tried that. I mean, at that point, it's pretty much a podcast, and I never got into podcasts. I know people that will drive and listen to audiobooks.
I've done that. I still have a few old, outdated audiobooks that are on CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hunt for Red October. That was one of my more favorite ones. My fact, it was time before last I went to Ohio to the Buckeye Boys. I had a CD player in my tank bag running. It was hooked into my Q2. And I was listening to audiobooks.
I know, like, I still got my old Droid X too. The Droid X was the phone that introduced. It had a built-in FM tuner.
The last 2 cell phones I've had them. I've had it.
Well, that's not too mainstream anymore, but I remember they made a big deal about, oh yeah, it's got a built-in FM radio, and it never really caught on with the. It's kind of nice to hear if they're still doing that with phones.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I used Slacker clear up until Google launched their Google Music service, and I signed on to that.
I really don't care for that one.
I got hooked on it. I got on that, and then iHeartRadio came out, and actually, everyone's going to laugh, but I actually use iHeartRadio just for talk radio.
Actually, I listen to an AM channel at nighttime, and I have it programmed into my iHeartRadio setup.
What channel is it?
It's 750 out of Youngstown.
Okay.
And they're all freaking tinfoil hats.
Tinfoil hats?
On it. Yeah. I mean, it has Rush Limbaugh. It has Coast to Coast.
Oh, God. You're talking about, what the fuck's his name? Michael Savage?
Yes.
Oh,
that's him.
I forget. I was coming home one night, and I forget. That came on. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, I use it for. Go ahead, Matt. I can barely hear you.
I'm just saying, are you talking about just what you listen to in general, or what you listen to when you're riding?
In general.
In general, I mean, because like I said, as far as like when I first started getting on streaming radio, I mean, Christ, I did it when I was sitting on the computer playing for Cadia.
About the only thing well, in the truck, I'll listen to the radio every now and then, but most of the time I use my iPod. That way I can listen to what I want to, no commercials.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what the streaming service can do. I mean, like Slacker Radio, like every 20 or 30 songs, it would give basically an app promotion, and then after like so many, you would get you could build up skips to where you could skip through songs and whatnot. Every so many songs that played through that wasn't skipped would give you a new skip. And you also had I'm trying to think of another example of what's the other big one right now? What's the name of it? It'll come to me later. But yeah, right now on my phone, I have 5050 radio, which is basically police scanner, iHeartRadio, podcast, Play Music, and Apple Music, and a couple other random ones.
Apple Music, all you hear is the wings off the flies buzzing around it from being rotten.
Oh, shush. The cool thing about Google Music is pretty much you can upload your whole library onto it, and pretty much as long as you have a connection or you cache it to your phone, you have it. I think I have 3,000 albums or something like that uploaded.
No music whatsoever on my phone.
Oh, I mean, as far as music actually on my phone, I have. I don't know if this counts or not. So how do I count songs?
I have 8 or 10 on my phone. The rest is just nothing but straight porn.
Straight porn. I know. I'll just open up an iTunes. It'll be easier that way. It'll tell me. It should tell me. So.
Yeah, Mike, I was talking a while ago about Scooter Chaser. Your comment on your video is what I was getting at.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm not going to chase these scooters. Not like somebody I know.
I'll remember that.
No, I have 15 songs. I'm sorry. So I use music more or less as white noise.
Vec wants to know how you got 8 tracks on your phone.
Actually, I had a 8-track player, and I got the connectors to go right into my desktop. Then I Bluetoothed it over to my phone. No crap, I did that once.
From 8 tracks?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
I have the Ballad of Ira Hayes that I listened to, and I had it on 8-track.
Is that the only media it's been put out on?
I'm not too sure.
because I think I would find the record first before I would do that. 8-track just was not a good format.
I had an 8-track recorder.
I mean, there's just so much hissing and noise to the 8-track, and
I got the adapters and just adapted it right into from the speaker outlets to the my computer, to the mic input. I believe I still have that recorder upstairs.
8-track tapes.
Like I said, I still think I have the recorder upstairs in the attic.
8-track tapes had 4 channels. That was their attempt to make reel-to-reel portable.
Yep.
Problem is, the components they put in those weren't nowhere near the quality of the big reel-to-reel machines.
I had troubles with belts. But as long as you kept the heads clean, they weren't too bad.
Yeah, but you had to take the player out of the dash and completely disassemble the cocksucker to do it.
Well, you're talking auto. I actually had a physical recorder for in the house. And you can pick up.
You still had a big case to take off.
Well, yeah. That was part of the challenge, I guess.
That was part of the prestige of an 8-track recorder. Huh?
Yes.
I still remember switching from 8-track to cassette. That was big stuff.
I wanted to hook up a record player in my car.
There was cars that had record players in them.
Oh, I know.
You had to put it on a gyro so that any type of bump the player would not be a yard.
My first car radio was a transistor radio sitting in my passenger side seat. My car.
I know the first CD player I put in, I bought at a flea market. It was an old Pioneer. I did such a hack job to fit it in this car. I couldn't get it wouldn't fit where the factory radio sat because it was the big bulky one that had the 2 knobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to cut it out. But below it, there was like a blank panel. That was a gunshot. Below it, there was,
Bear talk.
Yeah. Below it, there was a black panel that had the cigarette lighter in it. Well, I took that out and undid the wires, the quick connects from the factory stereo.
Mm-hmm.
Brought them down to the lower DIN, wired in the CD player. And because I didn't know they didn't make the adapters yet for the factory, quick connects. So I hot wired the CD player into the car, and I basically just found a hot wire to power this, to where basically the key didn't have to be on for the radio to work. It was such a hack job.
It worked.
I did the same, and that's when you made the hole big enough with a hacksaw blade and a file.
Oh no, I didn't have to make it big enough. My problem was that the other din where I put it in, it didn't go deep enough because the radio stuck out about that much further from the. I mean, it was like that far from looking like it was meant to be there.
See, I bought a 1980 Volkswagen Rabbit, and it didn't have a radio in it, didn't have an antenna. It was just a basic car. I mean, you're lucky you got tires with this car, you know?
I didn't even hook up the antenna in that car that I put that CD because it wouldn't adapt. I didn't even hook up the antenna. Literally all I had was CDs to listen to.
My dad worked at a TV and radio repair shop, so I had my dad drive to his shop. I told him, make it look like factory. And they looked at me and said, this car never came with a radio. There is no factory. I'm like, what? And they said, yeah, there's like there was 2 different dashes they put in that car, and I had the dash that didn't have a radio.
So it didn't even have speakers.
Huh?
No, it didn't even have speakers.
No. So I had them hack my doors up, put a set of speakers in the doors. There was this little spot for like Kleenexes. It was in a dash. I said, remove it, get rid of it. Do whatever you got to do, make it look right. Yeah. They give you a Kleenex holder, but no freaking radio. You know what I mean? But here, he had a hard time getting this. I bought a used Pioneer for inside of it. And they said, well, we're going to make the car look close to factory as possible. I got it back, and the freaking antenna was on the driver's side fender. I took it back and said, what is this? It should be on the passenger side. No, it's a Volkswagen. It should be on the driver's side fender.
Because it would be right-hand drive in Europe.
Right. So driving around with a freaking antenna right there in your face on the other side of the freaking windshield. So I beat the hell out of that car just for the heck of it.
Was that your first car?
Hold on, I gotta keep it real quiet so Matt doesn't hear me in his garage tearing his bike apart.
Oh.
You're gonna get some more scratched up parts now.
Oh, you dropped her?
Again.
What happened then? What happened now?
Gravel road. Went to stop, got in some deep gravel. Let her fall.
A lot of front brake or? Yeah, front brake and gravel doesn't mix.
Did you ding yourself up too bad?
Oh no, I stayed on my feet.
That's the main thing. The KLR scratches are like battle scars. I mean, there's something to be glorified about. You don't worry about it. You just pick it up, start it, keep on going.
I should have a lot of stripes on my shoulder then.
Got a freaking general over here. Full bird.
I mean, I have maybe 2 pieces of plastic on the goat that's not cracked. I'm not counting my my windscreen, windshield part.
Yeah, Dante even thought my handlebars were.
Dude, I still think the last video. I really think they're like this.
The fairing is off that bad.
That's how mine was from the wreck. I mean, my fairing was literally like going over to left field. I mean, when I looked at that, I was like, Christ, are your handlebars bent? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Your bike's going to be another bike I want to steal parts to put on.
Someone's freaking. That's like the 5th shot I've heard. I wonder what the hell's going on. It's a little bit late for them to be shooting a freaking gun in town.
We have ordinances that says you're not supposed to do it anytime.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's ordinances here too for that, but Podunk Town.
Yeah, here the city limits is a big no-no, and then after dark, anywhere.
So I'm going to turn on my police scanner and see if anyone's losing their mind over what's going on. $118 listeners for Wheeling Police and Fire. Okay, there's something going on.
So you're into astronomy, Stranger Things, and hip-hop. Those are different, but hey, they're all pretty great. Now there's a place for everything you're into.
God damn it, really? You gotta play ads.
I turned my police scanner on, but I'm a little bit far away from your area to pick it up.
That roof line at one of the sides is lit up from that window. Clear to the A side.
There must be a fire.
You don't have the app on your phone, Mike?
I removed it. If I go anywhere, I carry my portable scanner with me. Along with my portable CB.
You just about hit it. Wherever you put the line in, hit it there again several times.
Whenever I set up my motel room, you have to have my CB, my scanner, something to listen to my music on, and of course I'll have my tablet to listen to watch movies.
We got another crew going in the A side. They're going to check the second floor.
Second floor. I'm gonna put my headphones in so it doesn't. So I'm not. Everyone else don't. You know.
Rescue water, you flowing water?
Oh, after last week, I looked up KLR wheelies. There's a video for the longest wheelie on a KLR.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked like he ran about 9. Well,
Dumb kids.
Actually, I bet we know who it is.
One man's wish.
Yeah.
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what it is.
Yeah. Looking at your bike, Mike, the fairings on there look pretty good.
Picture is deceiving. Picture is deceiving.
Nick's seated up close.
I'm having ninja thoughts.
Ninja thoughts.
You know, my bike's got a lot of stickers on. They're there for a reason. Not for advertisement.
They're holding the plastics together.
Yes.
I could just get a lot of bags like you've got and just cover everything up.
Get their attention from the broken bits and pieces. Heck, it could be naked underneath that and people wouldn't realize it, you know? That was before I added the all of my Warhawks.
Crazy thing is that last week I was looking at crash bars online. Too late.
How bad?
Oh, you can get cracked.
How bad is it, Matt?
It's just discouraging more than anything. After I got all the decals, which took most of the scratches out, and scratches, and it's cracked a little more around the bottom, that bottom bolt where it busted out there a little bit.
Mine's not even holding anymore. I got a large washer there.
What plastics broke? Is it most of it, or
The side fairing down at the bottom where it bolts in there at the bottom?
left or right side?
Left.
Left or right side?
He said left.
Oh. Okay.
To the left.
If I remember right, that piece is to replace it. It was like $180.
I'm not going to replace
Just
it.
zip tie.
I'm not going to replace it. I'd be afraid to go off road again.
That's half the fun. You fix it, then you go out and break it again.
Just zip tie it and keep on going.
See, that's the whole idea of off-roading. You go out, you break it, you spend the next week or the following week after fixing it, and go back out and do it all over again.
Well, as long as it's cosmetic, I can deal with it.
Oh, well, I've got things wrong with the kit. What's a goat that's not cosmetic anymore?
Actually, if you take your front fairing plastics off, you can take like a big 2x4 and you can straighten that cage back out. Or you can get a replacement like I did. That I think I got mine off eBay for like $80.
Yeah, I thought about taking mine off and just trying to straighten all those brackets out and everything, but I never have.
The lower brackets, they're not the ones that bend. It's the upper one. It's literally just has two pieces of plate steel that are about like a 1/16 of an inch thick, if that bolts to the gooseneck. That's what bends. I mean, I could send you my cage. You can try to straighten it. Because literally the only piece that's bent on mine is where it mounts to the neck.
I've not really got into it and looked. If I get it looking too good, Mike will just come and take it.
Yes, for parts.
No, he'll stop here first. I'm closer.
No, if I get it for parts, I'm going to spread it around. That way I don't get caught. A little bit at Dante's house, a little bit other houses. We'll file down serial numbers.
The real question: how many miles are on your bike?
25, I think.
Okay, there's not that much of a difference for mine then. I was gonna say if yours is a lot lower, I'm gonna say, hey, you might want to keep an eye on that bike.
It's a newer bike. Well, yours is kind of.
All three of ours is 09s, isn't it?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's right. Matt's is a 09 too. We seriously have we have like all three of the colors.
Well, they had, yeah, there's red, black, and blue.
We got all the colors right here.
Was there a green one, or did that come out later?
I
I
don't
have
know.
to look that up.
I don't know what the color models were for. I think they only normally do like 2 or 3 colors a year, right?
The only ones I've seen for 17 are green and black.
They're racist.
I was talking to some people on Moto Amino, and I made the case for a KLR 1K. I said, well, you think about it. As if KTM made the 1290 Super Adventure, I said, Yamaha is talking about making some type of stupid adventure bike. I said, all Kawasaki's got to do is take the motor out of the 8, ram it into a KLR frame. And there you go.
Why don't you just take a big block 350 Chevy engine and shove it in there? Get a mile from your house and got to refill up.
Well, believe me, you'd be wedging the H2 motor in there as it is.
The little one's in.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. You hear me okay?
We can hear you fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about Matt, though. He's clean down in that state that doesn't get good reception.
Oh.
I've got him.
I got him. Ah! Got him.
Stop grabbing me. Oh.
Get your hands off that. Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm being pawed by KLR riders.
Great.
You asked for it.
Oh shoot. What a deal. Oh. Well, I went for a ride in the rain today.
Yeah, they made a black one, a red one, and a blue one.
But you
So
need
we
a
got all
green
three-
one.
Yep, we got all 3 in the
We got all 3 colors of the 09.
Oh, of the 09. Oh, okay. Wow.
That's seriously like Wonder Twins at night type shit. Ignite type shit.
2 out of the 3 have identity crisis.
No, they've had facelifts.
Mine had a facelift.
No, Dante's looks like it should. It just still has identity crisis.
Oh, okay.
It just can't decide what year it wants to be.
Mm.
It wants to be a 2008. It wants to be a 2014. It wants to be 2009.
It all fits the same.
The front cluster attachment for the headlight, that's off of a 2014. The wiring harness is off I think it's off of 14. The one plastic piece that flew off that's off an 08.
Mm.
See, my bike thinks it's a Honda Saki.
Mm. Well, that's cool.
So Honda Saki. Honda Saki.
I covered up Honda, but
Honda
still,
Saki.
it'll argue with me.
Yeah.
It's not in a very good mood right now, anyway.
All right, I'll have to be back. I need to talk to my mom. Okay.
Sneeze on you later, bud.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh shoot!
Awkward silence.
Click.
Clickbait.
Clickbait. Well, he dropped out too. He's serious. He is serial.
So, Matt, is yours still got the badges on, or you just say you removed them?
I took part of them off. The parts that were scratched up real bad
Yeah.
from the previous owner, I took part of them off. I've got kind of a one-of-a-kind design on my decals.
I mean, I was just sitting here thinking mine's going to be the only one with the badges on it after next spring.
Yeah, because I'm debadging mine.
I'm going to
I
add
was
more
looking on
stickers to hold it.
I'm
I was
gonna.
looking on Craigslist here earlier today. There was a Gen 1 for $850 with extras.
With extras. Actually, I had a guy offer me Gen 1 parts, a box of Gen 1 parts, just pay shipping. He never got back to me, though. I was seriously going to take them, but he never got back to me.
Well, you think about all except for like plastics. I mean, a lot of the Gen 1 parts will go right on our bike.
Well, no, I mean, it was pretty much all the plastics. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll take them. If I don't use them, I'll find someone who needs them.
I mean, I was trying to get a hold of a Gen 1. I mean, it was in nice shape, right down not too far from me. It was left behind on a house repo. And with no title, I told him, I said, I'd give him a little bit for it. I just wanted the rims. I was going to put street tires on one set and put knobbies on the other set so I could just easily swap them back and forth, you know?
Did KLR make a 600?
I did.
85?
Yeah, there was 600.
Yeah. I want to get a Gen 1 and put a big bore kit and take it to a liter. That's a real big bore.
Once mine's not primary transportation, I'm going to turn it into a Frankenstein.
A Frankenbike.
I really want to do the Calibota 902 mod or swap. I really want to do the Calibota swap.
I'm surprised you haven't lowered your fender.
Don't want to. Don't have no need to now. The only reason I was seriously thinking about it was because the high speed, the handlebars are like this.
But you could do it for looks.
What looks?
Oh, some people think it's cool. I like the question, like, is that a dirt bike?
Oh, that's like when the lady wrecked into me. The one guy goes, you got balls taking a dirt bike on the parkway. I said, dude, it's not a dirt bike. It's slowly looking like a dirt bike since I took the chain guard off. But because it's not a Harley or a crotch rocket, it's a dirt bike.
Well, you figure mine even looks even more with the knobs.
Yeah, I got fucking touring tires on it, and they called it a dirt bike.
Yeah.
I ride a KLR. People won't even talk to me.
Dude, people run away from me. What are you talking about?
Trust me, it's not the bike. No, sorry. Just kidding, man.
No one will talk to you. Christ, man. God is ran away from me.
The scooter sucker. I put my helmet. I rode for the first time with that new helmet, and everybody waved to me. I thought it was cool as heck.
And then
And I even came across another Gen 2.
and then you put the mohawk on, and no one waves at you.
No, the Mohawk was on it. Not too many people have seen the Tri-Hawk, though.
I got waves of the. I got more waves with the variant than I do with the LS2. I don't know why. Like as the variant, I would get wave from pretty much everybody. Cruisers, no, they will not wave at me with the LS2. It is too much of a dirt bike helmet for them to fucking wave.
I've got to go out and get myself one of those Predator helmets.
No, they're junk, man.
Yeah, I'm going to spend like $1,000 for a freaking helmet that you can't see out of.
Oh no, you can see they're just junk. Hey Levi, what's up, man? Long time no hear from you. I'm doing okay. I'm still waiting for you to upload next new video. He's got a yellow KLR.
Yellow. It's a lemon. I'm sorry, dude.
Dude, I really wanted that color. Or it's like an orange, not yellow. It's like a really bright orange. Yeah, it's been a while already. It's been a long while. He lives down there where it's warm enough to ride year round, and he ain't posting videos.
You could ride year round up here.
Yeah, if I didn't have a 25-mile commute in the morning, I would probably seriously consider it.
I went 50 miles just to get gas.
That's your own.
I'm going to try to ride a little longer this year.
Hey, I've already made it longer this year. I've already made it.
You're actually doing good, even though the bike broke down a couple times on you this summer, but you're doing good.
It didn't really break down. The last time was a wreck.
Yeah.
It didn't break down. It just fucking lady said, "Hey, I'm going to come at you right now."
I like your bike. I'm going to marry it to my car.
100. Congratulations, Levi. Well, 100 subs. That should be your special video right there, man. Who else hit 100 subs? Father Tom, I think. I think he hit 100.
For 5 years or so, of course, the first was Jeeping videos, and getting to 100 real quick. That's telling me something.
you're doing something right. See, what you're doing wrong is you got to post your wrecks. See, if I would have had video of my wreck,
Well,
I mentioned crash and
You-
you're up there.
Dante and I came to the conclusion it's the motorcycle.
yes.
Well, I'll just live with a low subscriber rate then.
See, I had about half of the Motovlogger starter kit last year, the variant, the GoPro, but I didn't have the R6. If I had the R6, I would have been like 100,000 subs by now.
If you would have gotten a Grom, that would have been a lot more.
Oh yeah, Honda Grom, man, that'll skyrocket you right there.
Now, if you got a Rebel, you start losing them bad.
I still think the Grom or the Z125 or the Ruckus positories.
Yeah.
X10.
I mean, at one point in time, if you had a KLR or something in that order, I mean, they were popular on YouTube, but it's really not as popular as it really used to be.
Yeah.
People just aren't stepping them.
Unless you're doing wheelies like every 5 minutes.
Like Father Time?
No, that ain't why. He doesn't do them every 5 minutes. That's just how he edits. Plus, I would have to do the fender delete on the back of mine. Because if I crack a high wheelie, I'll rip the fucking thing clear off.
I just put my license plate on my back.
I don't want to go through the trouble to do that. That's a pain in the ass. You got to relocate the bracket. You really should put your license plate right there, but no one ever does. From what I've seen, no one ever does.
They should, though. I know my inspector won't inspect it without one.
Well, I told you what our inspection is like.
Yeah. Cracks are extra traction.
I didn't even know those were there until after. Oh my.
To be honest with you, I have no want for wheelies.
Wait, someone put GS decals on a KLR. Someone wants a BMW GS really bad.
Poor freaking KLR.
Oh my god. I like where he put his fog lights up. He mounted them to the highway pegs.
I thought about doing mine there. I thought the cans was nicer though. That way it didn't get caught up in brush nearly as bad. I do ride through brush every now and then. I ride through brush. Looks like a cruiser went through there with my cans laying it down.
Looks like a cruiser. Long story. Oh yeah, KLR will 12 o'clock easily if you dump the clutch and goose it. It'll 12 o'clock. Mine about 12 o'clock on me, but I caught it.
I I've never taken it nearly that high. I've just taken it just a little bit off the road, enough to know that it was up. You know what I mean?
That's why I adjusted my clutch so that it's hard to pop it. That's why if anyone ever rides my bike, they're going to hate my clutch. They're going to hate how it's adjusted.
And the guy I was riding with just looked at me and said, "Show off," because I took off at a freaking stop sign with the front end up a little bit. I said I didn't want it to go up.
Who told you that?
Some guy I was riding with up over the hill from here. The show off. It's a KLR. I wasn't wanting to show off.
More of a whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that bike, it'll 12 o'clock without too much issue. From a dead stop, that's dangerous from a dead stop.
Mine will do it easy with all that weight in the back end.
We know what you're really doing, Mike. You're just showing off.
Show it off. I'll be killing zombies sooner or later.
See, you need to put the fins on the bottom of the skid plate now, so that way when you pop it up, you got the blades down there. And
I don't really want their heads stuck under my skid plate. I might lose traction.
Just lean your head out sideways, and that mohawk will cut them.
Which one? I got 3 of them now.
oh, I seen someone else who did that. After you did that, I found someone else.
Same helmet?
No, it's a little different, but
Good. I'm still original. Like I said, my visor will be here next week for it to finish it off.
yeah, but you're not going to be riding then.
It'll be there whenever I get back on it. I'll have to do an ITL with my helmet on. So
Next week, Mike.
I don't
Next
think
week.
I don't think I'll be in next week. That's the night before my surgery. I don't really want to be up late. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'll be up really early in the morning to head down to get the surgery done.
In other words, he's wussing out.
No, not at all. Now, I'll be wussing out if I had you go in for my surgery and not me.
Or you could do it right after the surgery while you're still feeling good.
Oh, yeah. I thought about riding a bike down and get the surgery done and ride home.
Thomas, I got to be able to ride home.
Best of luck, buddy.
Thank you. It's appreciated.
He'll be fine.
Well, the doctor said 4 to 6 weeks before I'll be able to ride the bike. But I'm thinking more past 6 weeks because he's not taking in fact how tall the bike is. He's thinking just street bike,
He's thinking about low cruiser. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. I'll just start doing jumping jacks and everything early.
Jumping jacks. One thing I would do is I would unload all the weight in that bike before you. So that way, the first time you got to ride on it, you don't have to worry about that weight.
Then it'll jump up 2 inches.
Oh, adjust the rear shock so it doesn't do that.
I figure I'll just jump on the freaking foot peg and drag my leg over it.
Or take that rear box off so you can just swing it over.
That'd be easier.
And then once you know you got your range of motion back, then you can put it back. Because you're not going to want to try to haul any weight with that.
No. No, I wouldn't be ninjing over to Matt's house for a while after that.
I'll be safe.
I'll be safe.
While it's down, I'll be repairing some of the oil seepage also. Get her all tight and ready for the riding.
Get this, Levi.
He's still there, I believe. He's just not typing a whole lot.
I was just wondering. He mentioned the Ninja. I was just wondering if he's thinking about getting one.
Yeah, I told him I heard about it, and he hasn't responded yet. I've been at the ZX10 for a long time. That's quite the jump from a KLR to a ZX10. It's two complete different worlds.
I'll get one of those. Grow up and get one of those Baja mini bikes.
Yeah. You'll do your vlogs on that.
Yes. I've grown up to a 35cc. I don't know if I can handle
it. Is.
That's a nice bike, but I want something to tour on, not.
Now, I was going to tell him that it is a good-looking bike. You know, different models, different bikes, and I mentioned in one of my videos, I could never ride a street bike like that.
Well, the last two street bikes I sat on were I sat on a FZ07 and an R6, and they were both too small for me. I sat on Father's Time FZ09, and that wasn't too bad. It still was a little small.
But you didn't have to pick it out your bum, right?
Well, no, my knees weren't over top of the tank, like
That's kind of what I meant.
Like it was on the fucking on the R6 and the FZ07. Which really surprised me because I thought the FZ07 and the FZ09 were the same physical size, but the FZ09 must actually be physically bigger.
It's just by a lot of things that turned me from trying out different cruisers. I mean, they might look good, but a lot of them have the forward controls, and I'm just not comfortable with that. I'm so used to and so much more comfortable on the I'll call it dirt bike position. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like anything else. You got to get used to it. I think the last bike I sat on before I bought the bike I have now, it was a V-Star 650 that had forward controls.
Mm-hmm.
And the part of it was the guy had the lowered seat on it because he was short. And when I set the tank on that thing was so wide. When I put my one foot on the left side control, my legs are long enough that they didn't go underneath. They came up beside the tank, and it just did not feel comfortable.
And don't get me wrong, I highway peg a lot whenever I'm on interstates. Heck, I was even on that back road riding. I was by myself. My feet were on the highway pegs, you know. I mean, I really like how the KLR is an automatic transmission.
Oh yeah, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's news to me.
Yeah, it's got overdrive too.
Oh, it grew another gear.
Yep. Didn't all of them come stock like that in 09?
No.
Mine talks to me too.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
That's just those little voices in your head again.
Oh, is it? I was just so excited I had only talking KLR. See, nobody has a scale rider around here, so nobody talks to my head.
Dude, hardly anyone around here hasn't seen it. Pretty much most of the people, it's whatever the local Harley shop sells or the Honda Direct Line sells or
I go to the Harley shop for my stuff. I got some good chain wax from them.
yeah, I've never went to the Charlie shop. I kind of pride myself on that.
It's $110 just to walk in the door.
I've never walked in one either. I've wanted to, but I haven't.
Well, see, Mike, when you're made of money, you know.
Well, I'm not really made of money. It's just my channel's so big, and now it's.
Just think you're made of.
You have to show your face to your audience, you know.
Oh, and your audience happens to be a bunch of Harley riders. There you go.
Yes. No, actually, I show up to Harley dealerships just to make fun of them. I do too.
Well, that's about like when my dad hauled my tires up, and I had him haul my tires up to go get them changed on the bike, and he went to the fucking Harley shop. He was behind me. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting. I'm like, I wasn't going that fast. For fuck's sakes! I waited out. So I called him. I said, "Where are you?" He goes, "I went to the Harley shop." I said, "What possessed you to go to the Harley shop?" And I said, "Second of all, how do you even know where the Harley shop is?"
Well, see, I ride in the Winter Warrior around here, and the Harley shop puts it on over in Warren. So I'll ride my KLR up, and I'll park it up on top of the snow drifts where the Harleys can't park. And so it's like king on the mountain over there.
Yeah, I don't think they do Winter Warrior here.
I missed it last year. Michelle's going to be missing 2 T-shirts out of her run. Because I'm not going to push it this year too much riding in wintertime. That hip's going to slip it right up.
I'm going to say, you're still going to be recovering, dude.
Yeah. But mine was the only dual sport that would actually park up by the building on the snowdrift. All the other one parked clean at the end of the road. Walked in.
Well, you
Like,
was
what,
probably
you
the whole sport there.
There was a couple other ones. It's like, what, you 2 chicken to go up in the Harleys?
I just sent you a couple pictures, Dante.
Okay. Well, see, now you got the Mohawk on your helmet. You can really be the Winter Warrior now.
It's the Tri-Hawk.
Okay, let's see. Does our local Harley shop have it, and when's it start? Portland,
See,
Ohio.
Quaker Steak,
I don't think that's
Quaker
it.
Steak and Lube backs it up. That's basically Telly's.
How did you send them? Did you send them email?
No, Moto Amino.
Okay.
He sent them snail mail. He sent them via smoke signals.
It's in Warren. Is that the dealer you go to, the one in Warren?
Yep.
Looks like they're the only one that does it. It's local.
What was the name of it?
Winter Warrior. See, a lot of my, several of my rides I did for the Polar Bear Challenge, the mileage was from the Winter Warrior also. So it was double.
You must be at least 18 years of age. You must comply with all the Warren Harley Davidson rules. And Weaver Warren Harley Davidson supplies. You can register by riding your motorcycle to Warren Harley Davidson during the months January 2017. You can register to win the shopping spree 1 time per day. Every day you ride your motorcycle into Warren Harley Davidson during the months of January. During normal business hours, you will be registered to win either a $500 first place prize, a $200 second place prize, $100 third place prize.
I went for the T-shirt.
You can also register to ride your motorcycle to Long Boys Tavern, Quaker Steak and Lube. You will receive an order from a free Winter Warrior T-shirt when you ride your motorcycle to Warren. Shopping spree. Yeah, that's too far to go just to get a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Looks like-
you're whistling out.
No, what's it on?
Yeah, you're whistling out.
Dude,
bet you
Warren,
Matt
that's like a 2-hour ride for me.
Matt will ride clean over, won't you, Matt?
For a T-shirt? Shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Matt? You go ahead and you have fun with that. You go right ahead. New messages. Oh, hell, that ain't bad. It looks worse than it is.
Buff it out.
I've not even washed the dust off of it. It's covered in dust. Well, I rode with Kenny D a few days before. I never washed it after that.
See, you should have looked for it in blue. That way you didn't have to worry about washing it. They're self-cleaning.
Oh, God, here we go.
The Reds will ride through floods.
Yeah. Now it likes to rain when you have a red one.
It's getting pretty dry here. We've not had rain in a little while.
You can have some of ours. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. Don't be stingy.
Don't be stingy.
We'll talk to President Trump about flying it over to you.
Dude, I still got white paint on my plastics from the car.
Now we've got a 80% chance Sunday.
I've had my tires on my SUV, but new tires on for what, 2-3 weeks, and the blue has not washed off of my white lettering. Today, finally, the blue was washed off my white lettering.
Yeah, the two things I sent you, Matt. Just zoom in on the front on the. You can see the big mark from where it slid on pavement. And like I said, there's still some white paint from the fucking car on there.
I'll get you that chain guard. I always have to. Hold on, I gotta reach over here. I hope Matt doesn't hear me drop my tools.
Dude, actually, I'm not even worried about the chain guard.
Okay,
right when you said that. Right when you said that, Mike, my dog barked.
Shut up, dog. Shut up.
If my security camera alert goes off, I'm running out.
I'll be right up. I'll tell you what's the parts you need.
Dude, I don't need parts.
Keep telling them that. That way they don't have a suspicion.
Keep telling them that.
It's the only way I get out of the basement, guys.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I'm going to start that again.
Well, I gotta add a little bit. Come on. Thought about bringing some chains in and just rattle them around like I'm still tied up down there.
It was never tied up. For fuck's sakes, you ain't even been here since last spring, since last summer.
Yep, it was last summer.
Actually, no, it wasn't last summer. It was the summer before that, because I didn't have a bike then.
Yep. And I never left.
Oh yeah, you never left, huh?
Mm-hmm. He goes around, takes pictures of my bike here and there, just to make it look like people, let people know, think I'm out and about. It'd be funnier if your house was one of those houses that didn't have a basement.
Dude, my basement has these 7-foot ceilings. Oh wow! Apparently, a dude rode there shirtless. The fuck is wrong with these people? That's from last year.
Oh, my thumbnail for the for my channel, that actually came from the Winter Warrior contest, where I'm posed beside the goat.
Yeah.
My father-in-law rode his bike up there for a few years. I mean, to me, it wasn't like a big deal for him because, I mean, he had 3 tires.
God damn, someone can't take pictures. Half these are blurry. Hey, there's the picture of you. From last year.
It could have been last year. Oh yeah, because I showed up for it. You just didn't pick this T-shirt up.
Yeah, 2016.
I mean, it's not hard from here. All I gotta do is hit 82 and ride it into Warren, and it's just off of off the route, you know.
If I run clear up there to sign up, I better get more than a fucking T-shirt.
You'll get a few laughs.
I'll get a few laughs.
Yeah, they're like, you rode this from where?
I'm going to say, yeah, just go ahead and give me the $500 first place right now. Let's just go ahead and forgo the
formality.
Yeah.
I want the party right now, too. I want food. They have a party. I don't never gone to those because they always serve chicken.
What's wrong with that?
I don't care for chicken. And they always have beer and they have coffee. I'm like, no, I don't know.
Warren, Ohio. Let's see here. How far away?
Deep meat.
Yeah, 2 hours, 3 minutes. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 construction zones between here and there.
You should be able to ride right through those.
It's 105 miles. Round trip would be 210. I think I would cover more miles in that trip than most of those people would the rest for the winter.
Probably.
I think I just tell them, so you just go ahead and give me the $500 now.
But you don't give $500. It's a $500 shopping spree. Do you know what that'll buy you in a Harley dealership? Not much.
No, I'm going to tell them that you go ahead and just cash it out and give me cash. You can keep your merchandise. I want the cash.
I mean, I made comments like, I wouldn't buy this Harley junk, even with the free money. I mean, my bike has identity crisis bad enough as it is, let alone putting Harley stuff on it. No. I do have a Harley rain suit, though. It's starting to leak. I gotta fix it. I want to get that high vis black outfits.
High vis black.
Yes. I gotta be original.
All right. I think I'll end the live portion of this. Everyone came to watch. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it as always. We'll do this again next week. As Mike said, he's not going to be with us.
Week after I will.
Week after he's, well, if you feel up to it.
I'll be fine. I'll be up and about Monday.
And hopefully we'll see everyone in next week and keep this rolling. And so far, my original plan is I want to keep the bike out at least till after Halloween. Then after Halloween, I'm probably gonna put it away, depending. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I got some more videos to work on, and I'll try to get them up. See ya.
See ya.
Thanks for coming, Levi, and thank you, and everyone else.